Mr. Bidyut Chakravarti. He's the Vice Chancellor of the Visva Bharati University. He's joining us live right now. Mr. Chakravarti, I want to ask you a question, sir. Understandably, there are differences between your university and the Chief Minister. But to use language that we are better off without your blessings because we have the Margdarshan of the Prime Minister, and importantly to say something like, we would like to request the Chief Minister to stop seeing through her ears and use her brain. So this is rather unparliamentary, or, especially coming from a university with the stature of the Visva Bharati University.
No, madam, first of all, when I mentioned we'll go by the Margdarshan of Prime Minister, let me clarify. You know that the Prime Minister happens to be the Chancellor of this university, so we are guided, by his ideas, by his advice. And secondly, it has been going on for years together. Since I joined in 2018, the government of West Bengal, under the leadership of the present Honorable Chief Minister, they are indulged in all kinds of activities to harass me by blaming me as representative of the central government. I just would like to put this question before you, that is, since Central University Vice Chancellor is appointed by the central government, which is now being run by BJP and its alliance, so I think they appointed me. That doesn't mean that I will endorse whatever the government says. I will endorse the political line which the BJP takes. But if you blame somebody who is trying to put Visva Bharati on the global map, then I think this is a little unfortunate. My reaction probably was little harsh, little, as you said, probably I wouldn't say unparliamentary, because if you listen to Mamata Banerjee's attack on me, that's really worse than being unparliamentary. So if somebody hits me below the map,
I understand what you're saying, but as a chancellor of a university, sir, I would reckon when you say that you might be a political appointee, but your ideology is not political. For somebody who says that, then to make a highly political statement by saying we don't need your blessings and use your brain and not your ears. Maybe it's not unparliamentary in terms of abusive, but it is uncouth and it's a political statement.
No, madam, I just would like to request you, what do you mean by political?
Sir, when you say, sir, if there is a Chief Minister and you turn around and you say that we don't need your blessings, we have the blessings of the Prime Minister and that is enough, when you go ahead and add to it that the Chief Minister needs to use her brain.
Madam, I respect your this definition of being political, but my understanding of political is little different.
Okay.
Here is the Chief Minister who is hitting a Vice Chancellor who is equally respectable below the belt. Then I think I simply reacted. Probably it may sound political to you, but for me it's just
I'll tell you why. Okay.
Statement.
I understand what you're saying, sir, but I'll tell you why it's political.
Madam, please let me finish.
Of course.
Let me finish and then I'll listen to you. If you say it is political, then probably you ask me to be quiet, to be silent, even if somebody hits you below the belt, simply because you are the Vice Chancellor and the CM. I mean, the CM is authorized to say whatever she feels like because she is CM. I mean, I think it is also unbecoming of a Chief Minister of a state like West Bengal to hit the Vice Chancellor of a university below the belt simply because this Vice Chancellor has carved an independent path in which Chief Minister's statement, Chief Minister's advice, Chief Minister's recommendation are not respected. If that is the reason, then madam, please, allow me to remain political. Thank you.
No, Mr. Chakrabarti, the fact is, you've made this long speech, but when you say that it's not political, I'll tell you why it's political. Because you say it's from the Vice Chancellor. This statement is not from the Vice Chancellor, sir. The statement has come from the Visva Bharati University, which was formed by Tagore. It's a statement given by the spokesperson of the Visva Bharati University. It hasn't come from you in individual capacity. That is why it's political. And away from that, I just want to now move on to what the core of the issue is.
Okay,
what is it when you keep saying that the Chief Minister hit below the belt? What is it that the Chief Minister said? which prompted a university to give out a public statement which has asked the Chief Minister to use her brain instead, and you don't want her blessings?
Madam, I wish you knew Bengali. The Chief Minister didn't speak in English or Hindi, so she spoke in her mother tongue, in my mother tongue as well. And there she made several statements to question my qualification, to label me as the Dalal of RSS, to accuse me of being deviant from the university tradition. These are all statements which make no sense, and these are all statements which are made by somebody who is a chief minister of a state, and to me this is all unbecoming of a chief minister. Now,
fair enough, sir. You have your grievances against the chief minister, and they could very well be correct in what you feel, but like I said, sir, the statement should have been in personal capacity and not in the capacity of the university, because then it gets political completely. But I'll ask you another question. Sir, I'll ask you.
Madam, I am Vidyut Chakrabarti. If she accused Vidyut Chakrabarti of being, victim or of being responsible,
she accused the Vice Chancellor. So,
madam,
if a statement is made, it should come. Sir, hear me out.
If you interrupt,
sir, hear me. I'm not interrupting you, sir. I'm allowing you to speak freely. But
no,
I'm just trying.
She didn't. I'm making a point.
Sir,
so am I. Request,
sir, let me finish my point and you make your point. Sir,
okay.
She accused the Vice Chancellor. The Vice Chancellor could have spoken in personal capacity. The statement has come from the university. She didn't say anything against the university or the students. The students make the university.
Madam, first of all, if she accuses Vidyut Chakrabarti of being responsible for all these misdeeds, quote unquote, then I would not have reacted. But when she mentions the Vice Chancellor of Visva Bharati, I think as Vice Chancellor of Visva Bharati, I have a moral responsibility, moral commitment, moral desire, to say things, to do things in the interest of the university.
But
and
sir, you spoke. No, the point is,
saying,
I understand where you come from, and I'll come. But you spoke
madam,
for the university.
Madam, just a minute. Madam, will you please listen to me?
Please,
if you
sir.
interrupt in between, then there is no point, talking to you really. I mean, you are not allowing me to complete my sentence. Please.
Sir, you've completed many sentences, but please complete your sentence. Go ahead.
Yes, madam, that's why I'm saying that, when she accuses the Vice Chancellor of a university of the stature of Visva Bharati, I think, as Vice Chancellor, I have a moral commitment to protect Visva Bharati's reputation, Visva Bharati's glory. And that's why I said all these things, because, I'm now pushed to the wall. And she has been troubling us since I joined Visva Bharati in 2018.
True.
Simply because I am nominated by a government controlled by a party.
Sir, fair enough. But I would think, sir, you are the Vice Chancellor. Sir, I would think the students of Visva Bharati would also feel that you are the Vice Chancellor of the university, but you are not Visva Bharati, and Visva Bharati is not you. So a statement coming from Visva Bharati represents the students as well. Is this the purview and the point of view of the students? That remains to be seen, is all I'm trying to say. This could have come in as a statement from the Vice Chancellor, not from the university. But I will ask you what the moot point is. Ultimately, it goes down to whatever the rancor Visva Bharati as a university has with Nobel laureate Amartya Sen. What is the issue there in terms of the Visva Bharati is accusing him of squatting on illegal land? Now, the government says that there are bona fide papers that Mr. Amartya Sen's maternal grandfather, who actually formed or partly formed the university with Mr. Tagore, has legal right to the land he sits on.
Madam, first of all, I don't know when you talk about the students, how many students you have got in mind. Visva Bharati is located in an island infested by enemies, political enemies of the university, simply because this university is central university and governed and controlled by the Minister of Education, Union government. That's one. And secondly, the core issue which you have referred to is about land which is illegally occupied by Professor Amartya Sen. Now, the land in question was transferred to Professor Amartya Sen in 2006. And the Honorable Chief Minister has shown the papers which belong to 1943. Now, in 1943, the land in question was transferred to his father. And you know, in Visva Bharati, the land belongs to the university. You cannot buy land from Visva Bharati. It is normally leased to the lessee. Now, the rule is that once the lessee dies or once the lessee passes away, if the land is transferred to the heir, provided Visva Bharati agrees. Now, in this case, Amartya Sen approached Visva Bharati to transfer the land which was given to his father in 1943 in his name. And the mutation took place in 2006, and as per the mutation, he was given 1.25 decimal. And you know, per bigha, you have to pay 5,000 rupees as tax to the state government. And if you multiply 5,000 with 1.25 decimal, you'll get the figure of 18,940 rupees. So that time when the land mutation took place, he knew that he gave tax for 1.25 decimal land, but he claims 1.38. Now, my request to you, to request to the Chief Minister and also those who are close to the Chief Minister, those who are involved in RAM record, kindly present before us the document of land transfer from Visva Bharati to Professor Sen after 2006, because 1943 lease document makes no sense. Once you die, the land automatically comes back to the owner. That is
so you're saying, Vishwa, the university is not in favor of it being shifted to the heir. It's a legal battle, and you've asked the government to show you the records. We're going to try and get in what the government's point of view is on this. Appreciate you joining us, sir. Thank you.